Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm glad to have with me Mrs. Nouhad Awwad, the campaigner and the global outreach coordinator at Ummah for Earth project. So Nouhad, I do know what is Ummah for Earth project and this remarkable initiative in our Muslim community, but we like to hear it from you. What is Ummah for Earth and what are your achievements during these last years?
Thank you for this question. We are, as Ummah for Earth, present in Indonesia, in Malaysia, in the MENA region, in Africa, in Nigeria, in Canada, in USA, in UK, in Germany. So we are a global project, and in Pakistan, we aim to not only work with local communities, but also we work with regional NGOs and international ones, so we can work on having solutions on local level and working with individuals, and at the same time we can have solutions on a community level and mobilizing communities, and we go to COP28 and other international conferences in order to work on a policy level. And this is what allow us to be like, let's say, an added value in the faith world, not only because of our geographical representation and the different aspects we work on, but also because we also work on interfaith work and we collaborate with other faiths in some projects. So, and by numbers, this allowed us to reach to new audiences that we couldn't mobilize before in our campaigns as organizations working in climate action.
So talking about climate action and faith, what is the link between both of them? And in a part of your project during the year 2021, you released a report on solarized mosques and eco mosques. So why we talk about solarized mosques and eco mosques as well?
In our faith, the Islamic faith, I mean, the core of it asks us to take care of this nature, to take care of other creatures, and to keep the balance, al-mizan. And we were born as a stewardship. It's written in the Quran, قَالَ إِنِّي جَاعِلٌ فِي الْأَرْضِ خَلِيفَةً. We are the stewards of this earth. So we need to take care of this earth as a duty and keep the balance. And this is part of being wise. And at the same time, this is part of being a person that does not take what's not belongs to him and does not overconsume and does not exploit the amana that he was given. As you said, that's true. In 2021, we worked with the American University of Beirut and Yassine First Institute in the university to launch a report on the importance of turning mosques on solar energy, Solarizing Mosques reports. And it was launched in English and Arabic at COP26 in Glasgow. We took inside the report and the research 10 case studies for mosques around the world. For example, Al-Istiqlal Mosque in Indonesia, Al-Azhar Mosque in Egypt, Umayyad Mosques in Damascus, and others around the world. And one of them was Glasgow Central Mosque, where with a fund from our ally Islamic Relief Worldwide added 120 panels on the mosque during COP26, where we launched the reports and where we also participated in around 10 side events. Not only that, we in Ummah for Earth, we launched a report on a green guide for Hajj and Umrah in English and Arabic. Then we launched it in Malay and Indonesian language. We also launched an eco-conscious Ramadan guide, and we did many remarkable things in the region and worldwide.
So we're talking about the installation or the implementation of solar panels on Glasgow Mosque. What about the other 10 mosques? So what is the status of their energy schema now?
Okay, the report itself was to show if we turn these mosques on solar energy, how this will create green jobs, how this will lower the emissions, how this will also have a financial benefit by having less energy bill. So having these environmental, social, and financial benefits, it showed how we can take it a step forward. Currently, we are looking to see collaborations in how to turn these mosques, if any of our allies that's present in these countries willing to turn them on solar energy, and at the same time our office in Greenpeace Indonesia are turning a mosque there on solar energy. So there is currently a mosque that's being solarized in Indonesia.
But even if their mosques were not solarized as maybe were the ambition, do you think that this inspired communities and inspired other mosques to be solarized?
That's the point of that. You know, like we were able to solarize one mosque, but we aim to create awareness on how we can use these worship places, mosques, that are in reality community buildings, because many people use them for their Islamic events, many people use them for youth events. So how we can turn them to places where we mobilize people to work on climate actions, where people can maybe, if they are not able now to have solar panels on their mosque, maybe they can have a community garden or have a committee inside the mosque that follow up on environmental issues. And we started seeing this in mosques, and we hope from that to start seeing and working with imams on having a green khutbah on every Friday. And this is what we are preparing now, is to engage with Islamic scholars / imams on how to make part of their studies not only fiqh or seerah, but also environmental component and our role as Muslims to protect the earth.
So, Mrs. Nouhad, talking about the local communities, what did you record during this journey working with local communities and raising awareness or building capacities through places of worship?
One of the remarkable things that got my attention, like at our beginning, people were like, why you are speaking about Islam and environment? For them, the link was not there. But now, after like 3.5 years in the project, and hopefully for more, we started seeing people taking actions on individual people, working within their communities, and at the same time, we are no more in need to explain that there is a link between the Islamic faith and between the importance of protecting the earth and work on and climate action. So the link is there, and we started seeing a booming in the world of interfaith or faith work on environmental issues, and people are being mobilized by their values to protect the earth wherever they are. Even if they are not solarizing their mosques, they are taking individual actions. They are taking community actions in the street they are living in, and at the same time, they are mobilizing and spreading the word with others. At least we are no more hearing people say, what's the relation between Islam and environment?
And by the way, since we are a part of this local community, we are seeing people, for example, just collecting money from the neighborhood in order to solarize their mosques when their mosques, for example, don't have an energy source or a reliable energy source. So this is definitely making a change in the local community awareness, behavior, and even their energy transition thoughts and schema towards sustainability.
Yeah, and here I would like to mention that we visited a mosque and in Tripoli in Lebanon, and we saw how it was used not only for spreading awareness on solar energy, but also on the importance of not wasting food and on the importance of tree plantation as a sadaqah, as a charity, part of the Islamic values, although it is a false solution that we don't promote as people work as environmentalists, let's say, but like this is their perspective on that. And at the same time, we saw the role of imams and religious figures in mobilizing these communities and the importance of collaborating with them in order to reach to this segment of people that can be only mobilized by their values.
A final word, Mrs. Nouhad, what is your message for the faith people and for the youth who are fighting in order to make their voices heard in this ambience of climate crisis that is affecting and making disasters around them?
The most important thing that I would like to tell youth, don't underestimate your role. Whatever your impact was, even if it's in your school, in your work, in your university, wherever you are, you can do a change, and this can be like a snowball that you can build on. And if you want to be a true believer, whatever your belief or faith is, Christian or Muslim or other religions, you need to take care of other creatures. You need to not overconsume. You need to link also your daily actions to the natural world around us. The future is yours. I know it's not that bright world that you are inheriting, but it's in your hand to make it bright again. Thank you again. Thank you, LINGO, and Dr. Fatima Yassine for this interview, and looking forward for more collaborations, because as you know, you are part of our Ummah for Earth Alliance.
Of course,
so maybe we can have more, and we can together turn mosques on solar energy.
Yes. Thank you, Mrs. Nouhad, and stay tuned for the outputs of our Fossil Free Zones project.